Who is Rob Burrow and when he diagnosed with motor neurone disease? Rob Burrow is a rugby league legend, having won it all in the domestic game with Leeds Rhinos in a 16-year professional career. But his life has changed dramatically with the onset of motor neurone disease, MND. He is bound to a wheelchair and cared for by his wife Lindsey. This week, Burrow visited the set of ITV soap Coronation Street to meet actors Dan Brocklebank and Peter Ash, whose character Paul develops MND in a plotline that shines a light on the illness. Here's all you need to know about Burrow's backstory and his battle with MND. The Yorkshireman, 40, played rugby league for only one club, Leeds Rhinos, from 2001 to 2017. He was often the team's chosen scrum half or hooker and played 493 times. He won 8 Super League championships, 2 Challenge Cups, and was named in the Super League Dream Team 3 times. Burrow also won 15 caps for England and 5 for Great Britain in his glittering career. This was all achieved despite his 165 centimeters, 5 ft 5 ins, height and 66 kilograms, 10 stone, 5 lb, body frame, making him unusually slight for a rugby player. He was known as the smallest player in the Super League for many years. He and wife Lindsey have 2 daughters, Macy and Maya, and 1 son, Jackson. Burrow disclosed in December 2019 that he had been diagnosed with MND. The disease, which is also known as amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, or Lou Gehrig's disease, affects the brain and nerves. It gets progressively worse over time and there is no cure. Early symptoms include slurred speech, weak grip and muscle cramps. It is an uncommon condition and rarely hereditary. The NHS says of the condition, it's caused by a problem with cells in the brain and nerves called motor neurons. These cells gradually stop working over time. It's not known why this happens. It can be difficult to diagnose MND in the early stages and, while it is incurable, there are things that can be done to manage it. I expected to be told I had something that could be treated and move on, Burrow told the BBC at the time of his diagnosis. It was a bit of a shock when the doctor told me I had something which has no cure. Apart from my voice and a few bits and bobs, I feel normal and good to go. Burrow, who in December 2020 was made an MBE in the 2021 New Year Honours list for his services to rugby league and the motor neurone disease community, added, "The hardest bit is that you do not know why you have it and there is nothing you can do. Maybe it's the athlete in us all, we don't want to lie down and just take it, we want to compete." Burrow's condition has worsened considerably, as well as being in a wheelchair. He speaks through a machine similar to the one used by the late renowned physicist Stephen Hawking, who also had MND. Fellow Leeds Rhinos legend Kevin Sinfield has supported his friend by undertaking various challenges in aid of MND charities. For instance, Sinfield in November 2022 ran 7 ultramarathons in 7 days. Sinfield said, "Throughout his career, Rob overcame the odds to become a legend of the game and I know he will tackle this challenge with the exact same positive determination. As a club, Rob will receive our full support and we will be working with him to chart the way forward." Double quote.